I'm tired. I'm so tired. I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore.
A plus size woman, currently divorced, and coming on street of TikTok feeling so bad that she feels so ugly, nobody's talking to her. A lot of people tell her she's beautiful, but she still feels very ugly, and she's in tears sharing her pain on her page, and this video went viral. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back at the end of the video.
I'm tired. I'm so tired. I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. Everyone keeps telling me I'm beautiful, but I don't see it. It's been almost 12 months since my divorce, and I'm almost 40. I feel like I'm not gonna find anybody else who will want me for me. All the men who have been interested in me just want to use me, just want me for sex, just want sex. They don't want me for me. And I keep being told that men don't like feelings. I know that's not true. So what am I supposed to do? What is a woman supposed to do?
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Myra Davids, and I'm back again with another interesting video. I really do not like when I see women come on internet to cry about their body feeling ugly because of the way society have made it look as if, okay, this is a standard of beauty, and you not having that standard, you automatically just feel you're ugly. To me, I see that as you need to really work on yourself. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I have interesting stitches to share with you all. Women that are plus size as well, and they are also divorced, and I have some things to share with her and also for everyone to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the stitches for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back at the end of the stitches to share my own opinion. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section while you watch the stitches.
I'm tired.
This video just made me so mad, and not for the reason that you think. I'm not mad thinking that it's someone online trying to get attention and sympathy. I'm mad because I completely understand the culture that has created this feeling in this beautiful woman. She even put on the screen, she said, I know I'm plus size and ugly. Says who? Says these unrealistic standards that people kill themselves to achieve or pay to achieve. Most people, most average people, do not look like what is forced upon us as the standard of beauty. You are beautiful in your own way, and you have to see that. You have to own that, and you have to love that. But what makes it difficult is every single fucking day, the media and people who buy into it reinforce in anybody who does not fit this very narrow standard that you are not enough the way that you are. And it's fucking obnoxious because this continues to create this mentality in people that they can't be who they are and be loved, that they have to conform or they have to settle or they have to be desperate to lock down somebody, because if they don't fit this perfect standard of beauty, then they're going to be alone unless they settle or they try to make themselves into something that they're not. And I'm fucking tired of it. I'm actually just getting started on the whole Risa Tisa thing, and I'm on like part 18 at this point. And she even said, like, she was like, yeah, I just wanted to get married. I saw everybody else doing this and I wanted that perfect life and I was afraid I wasn't going to get it. And it's like, I don't know if she goes into this a little bit later, but she is also a plus size woman as well. She's a black woman, and I know, being a fat black woman myself, that there's a lot of expectations and things that are placed on us, and also underestimating of our ability to be happy in our own fucking skin. And I don't care if this is coming off kind of ranty, because it is a rant, and like clearly I'm watching this when I just got out the fucking shower. But I'm like, this shit gets on my nerves so bad. Like,
I'm tired.
So when I first got divorced, a lot of the feelings you're going through, I was going through at the same time. I don't have the same experience as you, and I'm not gonna attest to that, because that would be rude. But I just want to say that true beauty comes from the inside and not from the outside, or what you perceive the outside to be. But for me personally, when I look at you, I see somebody very beautiful that needs a hug. And there's never a person that I've wanted to hug on the internet much more than you. And as far as finding somebody, you will find someone, because I found someone at 35, 36 now, in the middle of active cancer treatments, when I had no hair and no breast. And he loved me anyways. And he does.
I'm tired.
You know, it's crazy. I was sitting in the same exact spot that you was, crying, feeling like I'm not enough, feeling like I'm just ugly, feel like nobody likes me. But you know what? I had to pick myself back up and say, hey, I'm beautiful no matter what. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody bring me down. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be strong. So I'm telling you, you have to be strong, and you have to learn how to love yourself. You know what I mean? Don't ever say that you're ugly, because you're not. You're beautiful, honey. You're beautiful. I don't like to see people tear themselves down because of what other people are saying about them. You have to learn how to ignore that, and you just take a day at a time, and don't be so hard on yourself, because you are beautiful, babe. You're beautiful. Trust me, you are.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, my love. This one hurt. And I feel for you, but not out of pity, completely out of empathy. I have gone through some true tragedies in just back to back to back the last 4 months. And one of them was my husband and I, who I had been with since I was 18 years old. We were together for 9 years, deciding to get a divorce. And what you're describing here, God, I relate to it. God, I relate to it. I was thin and young when we got together, and now I am fat and much less young. I'm 28, so I am younger than you. But society does kind of make women feel like they expire by the age of 30, so it's definitely been on my mind.
Yeah.
And I wrote, a little piece about it recently, because I dabble in poetry sometimes. About just wanting that feeling, wanting to be beautiful. And people say that that's vain, but that's not it. The line says, what is being pretty except for being looked at? What is being looked at except for being loved? And that's valid. We can be told we're pretty all day, and we are. But there's so many shitty people out there that make us feel like we're not. But I've sort of gotten back out there on my own, and I've had some various, all across the board, experiences, dipping my toes back into dating. And some are as I expected, and others weren't. And I think it'll be a long time for love or true intimacy or affection enters the situation, but I had to separate my existence from society as a whole. I just had to realize that, yes, society, modern society, American society, is awful to fat people, to plus size people, to plus size women. They are. I have been told to my face since I gained weight 4 times by 4 separate people, many of which I thought were my friends, all of which actually. You were so pretty before you got fat. I have seen in real time how you get devalued. But I will tell you one thing. I am separated, trying things out with men. Like I said, some good, some bad. And also in this time, divorced. I also became sick and unable to work, chronic pain, neurosurgery. My dog died, unfortunately. I have had just all this horrible stuff compounded with this just deep ache of not feeling good enough, of wondering, you know, will anybody ever love me? Because it feels like nobody should be able to stand looking at me. But even now, I love myself and like myself more than I can ever remember. And I did not think that was possible in this body. I didn't think it was. I thought I needed to change it to feel that way. This sucks. And you're valid. It's so valid that this sucks. But as a woman who has been, God, through the ringer with her mental health and just never loved what she saw in the mirror or who she was or you know, just had this attachment to the devaluing that the world has done of her. Even in this body and alone, have been able to claw my way to the surface. And I would love to be loved one day. And I think I will be, and I think you will be too. But it's hard right now. And then, but, you know, big but. Possible, okay? You are... You're everything. And you'll be alright.
Everyone keeps telling me I'm beautiful, but I don't see it.
Come on, sit down. I'm not here to convince you you're beautiful. I'm trying to convince you that you have the power to overcome this. What's it gonna take for you to get to that level, for you to believe that you're beautiful? You have to think about what you feel comfortable doing and what it takes for you to get there. What has to happen, what steps will I have to take to feel beautiful? And I'm only talking about healthy things. But I won't say that if you think about negative things, it won't help. Because it will. It would help you point out some weaknesses, some strengths, some areas you need to work on, and some areas you don't need to work on. What's really bothering you, you know, what's deep, what's superficial. I think you need to take your time with this. I also do want to add, I did not listen to the whole video. I listened to the beginning and, you know, I stopped at a area where I thought that I needed to stitch this video. So I don't know if you mentioned the reasons why you think you're not beautiful. I don't know. But you do what you have to do. I think that has to be the best starting point. It doesn't matter what people say. You should do this, don't do that. Maybe you should do that. It doesn't even matter what I'm saying. You hear everything people have to say if you want, and then you make a decision. you come up with a collective decision from what everybody said. You gotta break this into pieces. This is not gonna be easy. This is gonna be a huge challenge. I wish, because I only say hope when I have control over things, but I wish that you are loved. And I feel in my heart that you are. I'd bathe in that for now. And again, take baby steps. Sometimes you'll cope with this in an unhealthy way. Other days you may cope with it in a healthy way. But it's important that you take self-accountability and that you have awareness of those things so you can help yourself and, basically take that blindfold off. You want to see where your feet are going to land, if you know what I'm saying. And don't be so quick to run up those steps either. Therapy is also always a good thing, no matter what you're dealing with. Behavioral counselor. Whatever, you have accessible to you. A friend, a mom, a cat, I don't know, anything. But please take your time with this. Cry all the times you want to cry. I think talking on social media is actually a good thing. I'm happy you put it on social media because, you weren't just crying there by yourself. You made a video, you cried, you explained your situation, and you put it out there, and people listened. I listened. And we're all somebody, but I always say, I'm nobody, But truly take your time. I hope this helps.
Everyone keeps telling me I'm beautiful, but I don't see it.
First and foremost, I want to congratulate you on being 1 year out of that divorce. And I don't know who instigated that, and I don't know how long you were married, but just being 1 year out, you've learned some things, you've processed some things, but you are by no means out of the woods. You're still grieving. So of course you're not going to feel good about yourself, and of course you're going to be grappling with the questions of, will anyone ever love me again? Absolutely, that's absolutely normal. And as far as, where you should be, let that go. Grief is not linear. And it never goes away. Because if your love was real, and I have a feeling it was, there's always going to be that tenderness that comes with this. Now, as far as your self-worth and your feelings of unlovability, that's the most relatable thing on the planet, isn't it? And it doesn't matter how many people tell you that you're beautiful, and you are, but it's not going to matter unless you start to feel your beauty and your self-worth coming from within. And I know that that is like the run-of-the-mill answer, but it's true. Because it doesn't matter what any other person on this planet thinks. It's about how you walk in the world sure-footed about yourself. And so I know I'm not your therapist, and I know I'm not some kind of witchy little magician that you're coming to for help, but, and I don't even know if you're going to see this, but I want to offer this to you, because if I was your therapist, this would be my homework for you. I want you to take a lavish bath I want you to take a lavish bath for 7 nights in a row. And then I want you to get in that tub filled with the most sweet smelling salts that you can find. And I want you to sit in that. And I want you to let the waves of grief come. I want you to let the waves and the narratives of unlovability come. And I want you to get it out. Get it out of your body and offer it to that water. And then when you are done, unplug that water, and as it's going down the drain, I want you to think about how this water is going to take all that you put into it, the grief, the sadness, the letting go that you did, and it's going to go back into the earth, and it's going to filter its way through, because water has a way of cleansing itself. As you offer those prayers that maybe you've offered up to be recycled. And maybe you can also, as it's going down the drain, offer self-love to whoever else is in your position that might need that too. May this water find its way
to someone who needs that type of healing as well. Because we're not doing this alone. We're not in it alone. And darling, if I could be there to hug you, I'd hug you so hard, and I would try to affirm your worth as much as I can. But ultimately, this is about you and how you're going to show up for yourself. And congratulations on this new possibility. Who are you? These are good questions to ask yourself at this time. Happy healing, lovely.
I'm tired.
Hey, hon. I'm plus sized and I'm also divorced. For what it's worth, I don't think you're ugly. I don't think you're unattractive at all. I think that there's a very unfortunate and toxic mindset that a lot of people get into about what it means to be fat or plus sized, and how being fat or plus sized is inherently tied into being unattractive or ugly. One of the things that I think about a lot when it comes to being a chunkier person is that we don't have to be pretty. Anybody of any size. We don't have to be attractive. We don't have to be visually appealing for other people. Like, you can just be, and that's okay. You can accept the fact that you're a little rounder. You can accept the fact that, you know, you look like XYZ or whatever the case may be. And that doesn't really take away from the fact that you are a good person. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're caring or loving or patient or kind. I really do think that physical attractiveness is so incredibly subjective, first of all. And in addition to that, it's fleeting. Like, in 10, 15, 20 years from now, we're all going to be wrinkly sacks of shit anyway. So does it really matter all that much? And I mean, in the moment, I know that it feels like it does. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is not to like love yourself or to be like, oh, you know, I'm fat and pretty and I appreciate that about myself and I'm a boss bitch or whatever. It's just to accept yourself as you are. To just be comfortable in your own skin. You don't need another person to tell you that you are allowed to be comfortable in your own skin. You have friends and family, I'm sure, who are very, very loving towards you. It always really makes me sad and bums me out when I see somebody who places their entire worth as a human being on whether or not they can bag someone. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what life is about. Being kind and being patient and being caring and loving and open to different walks of life and learning about art and science and music and all of these wonderful things that we have in the world is what matters the most. You are perfect. You don't need to change yourself. You're not ugly. You're not unlovable. You're not unwanted. You are wanted. The world wants you. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some grace. Just feel your feelings. That's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel like, you know, shit just doesn't go in the way you want it to go. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Living in a fat body is really hard. I'm 5'6" and I am 255 pounds. So I'm a chunky monkey. But, I don't know. I'm surrounded by people who love me and care about me. And no, I don't have a partner, but that's okay. I'm happy. And I think the reason that I'm happy is because I've accepted that I am just who I am. I don't have to be special for anybody. I don't have to be pretty for anybody. I don't have to carry myself a certain way for anybody. And I don't have to put effort into adjusting my existence for another person. And you don't have to either. And I think it takes a lot of time and self-reflection to come to that conclusion. But yeah, just be kind to yourself. Take some time for yourself. Take a hot bath. Take a fucking hot shower. Eat a good meal. Watch your favorite show. Do some self-care. Just love being a person. I hope this helps. I hope it's not coming off as condescending. Yeah, I feel you. I really do feel for you. my heart goes out to you, and I hope that you feel better, okay?
If you're still here, kindly put your thoughts, your comments, your opinion, your suggestion down in the comment section. All opinion are accepted in this channel if you put them down respectfully. Is it just me, or I feel like before you can be loved properly, you have to love yourself? Is it just me, or it is how it's supposed to be? I feel like you have to love yourself. You just have to love everything about you to make people love you. I know it's difficult to lose weight, and most of the time society has made it look as if being plus size is a problem. I'm not saying health-wise is not a problem. Health-wise it is a problem, but if you're taking care of yourself health-wise and you still look chubby and everything, doesn't make you look ugly. And she doesn't even look ugly. Like, she's not even ugly. She's pretty, very pretty. And now she already feels like she's ugly. Because she already feels like she's ugly, I don't think people want to see her as being beautiful, especially the kind of men she will try to attract to herself. And maybe that is why she's getting dusty men, because you cannot not appreciate what you have and expect people to appreciate it for you. So first of all, I feel like she has to work on loving herself. And and I know society has made it look as if you're not slim, with a perfect body, figure 8, white skin, light skin kind of skin, you're not pretty enough. That is what it has been. But you can't tell me that the women that are not figure 8, they are not slim, don't they still feel pretty? I've seen chubby women that feel confident with their body structure. If you don't like the way you look, you can go work out, you can go diet and do something, because you personally don't like it, and you can work towards this. I feel like there's nothing you cannot achieve if you put your mind in it. But someone just feeling like because you feel ugly, that is why men are not coming to you, and when they come to you, they are not staying. And because you've been divorced for 12 months now, you feel like you will never get a man. I feel like for me, it's not like I don't think she'll get a good man if she still feels that way and about herself. That is just for me. But then, let me know your thought down in the comment section. I really don't like the way plus size women, most of them, look down on themselves. And this makes some women to just talk anyhow about them, or some men to just talk anyhow about them. I've done a video last year, I think early last year, about black men not picking plus size women. They said they only pick plus size women if they don't have any other option. So if they keep seeing video of a plus size woman like this not being comfortable or confident about herself, they will keep making those kind of comments about plus size women. And that's when you see this man going out to say, oh, she's too fat, or she's so fat, she's not gonna get someone to marry her because she's too fat. These same men saying that she's too fat, she's not gonna get someone to marry her, these men are not even looking healthy. They themselves are fat, they have big stomach, and they are telling we other women that are looking almost exactly like them that they won't get someone to marry them. It doesn't just make sense. So for me, I just feel somehow seeing this kind of video, and it makes women to be so desperate, because at the end of the day, when you now finally see a man that acts like he likes you the way you are, you end up falling in the wrong trap, because apparently you don't even love yourself, and you're in need of a man so bad. And when you see a man that acts like he likes you the way you are, He can probably even have money. He takes all your money and leave you and dump you and insult you about what you don't like about yourself, about your insecurities. Anyways, I'd like to know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section, and thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell when you subscribe so you can get notified when I upload another interesting video like this one. Alright, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.